Good morning and welcome back to another day in the shop here at Adventure Builds. Today we're going to tackle a project I did not look forward to doing, which is the heat exchanger on a 5.9 Cummins diesel, which all of them have serious problems. The stock one to purchase is like $1,500 from the dealer. And Amazon has them from 50 bucks all the way to Napa and O'Reilly's at $650. But when you look at the reviews on them, they all have the same thing. I'm sure they're made in the same Chinese factory. They all leak one of three ways, where the nipples fall off. Secondly, the ATF mixes with your antifreeze and contaminates your cooling system. Or the case leaks. I replaced the transmission in the truck, and part of the requirements for the warranty was that I had to replace the coolers. And so I did. Well, the first cooler lasted me just under 2 years, and I had to replace it. Last year, I put a new one in, and it's lasted less than 1 year. They're both leaking at the case. So now I'm on my third one. It's a big pain in the rear end to change these things out. I did it the hard way the first 2 times, but this time I'm going to do it an easier way, and I'll show you that here in just a second. This time I did go and purchase the Mishimoto. It still had bad reviews on Amazon, but I did purchase this one. And this is why. They have a lifetime warranty. I'm sure the warranty does not cover the labor to take it out and put it back in. But, I don't know. At least I won't have to spend another $150 next year when this one goes out. After looking at this, I found an easier way. So I'll explain to you. When I undid the cooling lines and the transmission lines, and you're on the ground underneath it and you're trying to get that stupid thing out, you can't get it to twist and turn around all of the things impeding your your path out. It took me about 4 hours or so to change it. So this year I looked through the fender, inner fender, and I was like, it's a direct shot. So this morning I peeled out the inner fender well and took the tire off, and we'll take a look at how accessible this is, and hopefully it's going to cut my time in half. So here's my driver's side. The inner fender well is off, and right back there you can see there's the radiator hose line. Next to it is the transmission line, and there's 2 upper bolts. And then down here's the 2 lower bolts, which I don't think, oh yeah, right there. So I have a pretty straight shot in right through here to get it out. So I know the light is bright and you can't really see, all you see is the light, but right straight through here I have straight access to get to it. So I'm going to see how that works, see if it takes me less than 4 hours. Currently, right now, I have the radiator draining. You can hear it in the background. So as soon as it's drained out, I'm going to take the coolant lines off, then I'll take the tranny lines off, take the 4 bolts out, and see if I can't get that dang thing out of there. I'm by myself. I don't even have a tripod today, so I think I'll try to do some filming during it, but anyway, if not, I'll let you know how I did it. Well, that took me about 20 minutes to get the old one off. Here it is, leaking right down here where it's all darkened. Oops. Where it's dark, that's where it was leaking. However, in taking it off, I realized I need that black bracket because there are bolts with nuts right there, and you can't get the bolts back on. So I'm gonna have to get the bracket off, which I had to unhook the battery because one of the bolts is right next to my starter positive, so I don't want to short that out. So it's easy to get to the 3 bolts without the cooler in. So I'm going to take that out, and then I'm going to try to get the new cooler in, which might be a challenge with that big black bracket, but I'll give it a try and we'll see how it goes. Okay, here's an update. There it is. The new Mishimoto is in. Nothing's hooked up, but it's bolted in. It took about 15 minutes to wind that thing in there, and there's 3 bolts, one on that side, one on the side there, one in the top there, and one in the bottom down there. I did have to pull the starter out, which made it easier. I could not get the trigger wire off the starter, so it's down there. You can see the yellow wire on the end of the starter. That plug I could not get off, so I left it there, and it's kind of hanging on it right now. So I'm going to put the starter back in, and then I'll hook up my coolant and my transmission lines, and it should be good to go. All right, there it is. All in, ready to go. Everything's tight. My starter's back in. My starter wire's on. So I'm just about ready to start it, but everything's in. Overall, this was much easier to change out going through the fender well. I don't know if I didn't read anybody, look at any websites, maybe that's what they tell you to do, but I'm telling you that's a lot easier. It takes about 2 hours to do it, and it's a whole lot less cussing. Anyway, about ready to start it and make sure I don't have any leaks, but other than that, this job is done. Thanks for watching, and I hope that helped you.